What's up guys, Sean here from OlightStore.com, and I'm back with you for a first look, unboxing, and comparison video of the brand new 1000 lumen S1R Baton II. So stick with us. The original S1R Baton was released over a year ago at 900 lumens coming from a single CR123A battery. This is by far the highest output small everyday carry flashlight that Olight has ever produced. Now today we're going to be talking about the new version, which is a complete overhaul of design and function. So you can see here, this is the packaging that it comes in, very similar to the M1T that I recently unboxed in a previous video. So on the side here, it's got just some pictures of some applications you can use this for. And then on this side, it has the 5-year guarantee. So if anything goes wrong within 5 years, you can automatically get it repaired or replaced with no cost. And then on the back here, of course, it has our specifications, so we'll run over that really quick. So at 1000 lumens, which is that turbo mode, it lasts for 1.5 minutes, and then it will drop down to 300 lumens, and that's for 37 minutes. The high mode is 600 lumens, that's 1.5 minutes, and then we'll drop down to 300 lumens for 45 minutes. A little longer runtime on that 300 lumens since you're only starting at 600 instead of 1000. We have medium mode, which is 60 lumens, and that lasts for 3 hours and 40 minutes. We have low mode for 12 lumens, which lasts for 20 hours. And then we have that extremely popular half a lumen moonlight mode, which will last for 8 days. It's IPX8 waterproof, 1.5 meter impact rating, and the beam distance is 145 meters. Let's get into it here. So you can see from the top, it's similar to the M1T box where there's this little pull tab. And so we'll just pull that off, open this up, and then you can see here, there's a little sign that says pull out. So we'll just do that, and then you're already at the light. So we'll pull the light out here, put that to the side real quick. Now, if you hold on to the white section here and pull on this tab, that'll open the back of the box, and then that brings you to the brand new MCC second version. So you can see if you have the original S1R that this charger is a little bit different looking. It's got some rounded edges on it, so it's a lot more comfortable to hold and store. And it also has a higher charging rate, so you'll get a much faster charge on it. Now the charging indicator is going to be right here instead of on the cable. So there'll be a little red dot here, and then that will turn to green once it's fully charged. And again, it's USB. You can use it with any USB powered device. And then we can take a look. We have the classic lanyard here, which is extremely useful. And then it comes with a nice little carrying pouch, just like the original S1R. I'm really glad to see that they're incorporating this again in the box. I think it's a really nice addition. And then from there, of course, we have our instruction manual. So we won't go over all of that right now, but we will talk about how the light works. So let's push all this stuff to the side, and let's take a look at the flashlight itself. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice about it, that's something that's quite different actually, is there is no tail cap. So here is the original S1R, S1R II. So you can see this has this big tail cap sitting on the back of it, okay? Now this one doesn't have a tail cap whatsoever because it's the entire body of the light. So again, whenever you get a new Olight, you always want to unscrew this, remove the little tab there out of the battery, so that way it'll turn on. Of course, those are in place for shipping purposes, but all you gotta do is just unscrew, so you can hold the head here, hold the body, unscrew that, pull the tab out, and then screw it back down, and now the light works. Now, if we put the original S1R and S1R II butt to butt, you can see that the new S1R II is definitely shorter. It has a shorter head here, and then of course without that chunky tail cap on the back, that's saving a lot of room as well. That's a big reason why they did away with the tail cap. And then without this big chunky tail cap on the back, I think it's a lot more of a refined look. Now you can see the original milling here on the S1R. It's there, but honestly, there isn't a whole lot of grip. It's a very smooth type of feel. The new S1R II is completely different. It is very aggressive, but also rounded on the tops. So it's not sharp, but if you want to dig your finger into it to get a good hold, you definitely can do that. It really reminds me of like pocket knife jimping, where, you know, it's aggressive, but it's not going to hurt your hand or, you know, put, you know, big scuffs and things like that on your fingers, or anything like that. So I think this is really, really great. Gives you a ton of grip, looks really cool, but also doesn't hurt your fingers at all. Again, this is smooth, but if you really want to dig your fingers into it, you can do that. Now this does feature the new charger, which is a 1 amp charger, which is higher than the previous MCC. So that's why you're getting that little bit faster charging. But all you do, again, just like the original S1R, is you just slap this charger on the back of it. And the really cool thing about this charger is if you have any older Olights that also charge this way, it will still work. Okay, so there's no compatibility issues or anything like that. If you have original S1R and you want to get an S1R II, or if you have an S2R or an S30R3, anything like that that uses this charging system, you can use this new MCC2 charger on your older models. Here it is next to the M1T and i3T. Not only do I want to show you a size comparison, but also show you that it does have that same dual direction style pocket clip, similar to most of the new models that Olight has been releasing recently. We found that this is really the best way to be able to carry it bezel down, but then also clip it to the front bill of a hat if you want to use it in a headlamp style application. And we'll go ahead and have a little bit of fun here. We'll put it next to the Rainbow S Mini, and then also here is the S1 Mini, if you have those. So we'll just show you here. So it is slightly longer than the S Mini, and then of course a little bit longer than the S1 Mini, but still extremely short. One of my favorite features of the new S1R Baton II is that in the center of the side switch here, it has what they call a 3-level battery indicator. Now, if I turn the light on right now, you can see that in the middle of the switch, it's green. That means that the battery level is 60% to 100%. Now, if the battery is from 10% battery level up to 60%, this will be yellow. And if the battery level is 10% or below, where it's about to die, this will turn red. So you have a red, yellow, green battery level indicator. So when you're on the go, you know exactly how much battery life you have left. I think that's an amazing feature with a tiny everyday carry flashlight. The operation on the S1R II is pretty similar to the S1R. So basically, to turn it on, of course, you can just tap the side switch here, and that'll take you to whatever setting you were at before you turned it off. Now, if you just hold the side switch, it will start ramping up in brightness. So that'll take you through low, medium, and high. You can double tap, and that will take you to the 1000 lumen turbo mode. And then you can always double tap from off, and that will take you to the 1000 lumen mode without it going to a memorized setting that you had before. Now, if you hold the switch down from off, that'll take you to that half lumen moonlight mode, which is perfect if you're checking on the kids or trying to do something around someone who's sleeping. And again, though, you can just hold the switch down and it'll automatically cycle through low, medium, and high. You just let go when you're at the setting you want. And no matter what setting you're at, again, you can just double tap to go straight to that 1000 lumen mode. Now, there is a really cool feature on this light. It was on the original S1R as well. So there's 2 timer settings. And what that means is you can set a timer on this light to where it will automatically turn off after a set amount of time. So there's a 3-minute mode. So after 3 minutes, it'll just shut off by itself. And then there's a 9-minute mode as well. So all you have to do to enter either of those modes is when the light is on, no matter what the setting, you just do a double tap and hold, and then you can see that it'll blink, double tap and hold, and it'll blink, okay? So if you do a double tap and hold and it blinks twice, that means you're in the 9-minute setting, okay? If you do a double tap and hold and it blinks once, that means you're on the short timer. That is a 3-minute setting. And you can toggle back and forth. So now we're at the 9-minute setting. Now we're at the 3-minute setting. And it's as simple as that. So I'm not gonna sit here and have this be on for 3 minutes, but it will automatically turn itself off. That's a really cool feature for camping. If you just wanna go to bed with a night light and then have it turn off once you've fallen asleep. A crucial feature of a side switch pocket light is you don't want it to turn on in your pocket. So if you just hold the switch down, that'll take you to moonlight, but if you just keep holding, it will lock the flashlight out. Now when I hit the side switch, it will just turn red right here. That means that you are in lockout mode. So to re-engage normal operation, you just hold down the side switch and then that'll take you back to that moonlight mode. And then of course you can just go to your normal settings. And again, there's memory mode. So we're on medium right now. I'm just gonna turn it off, turn it back on, we're back to medium, okay? But again, to lock it out, just hold it down, get past that moonlight. Once it turns off, we are in lockout mode, and then hold it down again. Once you come back to that moonlight mode, you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at some beam comparison shots of the older generation S1R, the S1 Mini, S Mini, M1T, and i3T. I'll show you the S1R II here on the left, and that's it on turbo mode. And then here is the S1R original on the right. You can tell that this is a little bit brighter here on the left, so I would say that's definitely around 100 lumens more. Again, the S1R II here on turbo on the left, and then I have the i3T 180 lumen AAA light here on the right, so you can see that it is significantly brighter. We'll go ahead and bring in the M1T, and that is it on its 500 lumen mode. So you can see here that it's still significantly brighter here with the S1R II. Again, I've got the S1R II here on the left, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the neutral white S Mini in rainbow titanium here on the right. So you can see again, significantly brighter here, but of course the color tone is going to be different on this titanium S Mini with that neutral white. And then we'll take that down and I will show you the S1 Mini in cool white, which at that 600 lumen mode, again, is significantly less bright than the 1000 lumen mode of the S1R II over here. So after all these comparisons, I can definitely tell that the S1R II is significantly brighter than all of these. It's not crazy compared to the previous S1R, but it is definitely brighter, and it has a more sustainable turbo mode. It will last longer, over 1.5 minutes here, whereas on the original S1R it was less than a minute through testing. I want to thank you guys for taking a first look at the S1R Baton II today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content and like this video to show some support. If you have any questions whatsoever, please give us a call at 770-779-7156 or email us at cs@olightstore.com and we will take care of you. This is by far the most advanced, small, everyday carry flashlight I've ever seen from Olight, and I'm really excited about it and hope you are too. Have a good one.